Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday afternoon. This is the day back from Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed a nice, restful time. I took the opportunity to completely unplug, just be with my family, did some cleaning around the house, but just kind of rejuvenate and catch up. Now, because of that, I didn't really plan anything for today. However, this morning while I was getting ready, I had the idea of, we should really talk again about how to stay on track over the summer months and during times like vacation. Now, this is stuff I've talked about before. And if you've been in the clinic anytime in May ish, then you know that this is something we talk about because we think that summer is the time when we're not going to get off track, that it's more the holiday times. But honestly, summer is a huge slippery slope for a lot of people. That was really hard to say, slippery slope. It's because things are different. A lot of the times, if you're in, say, education, your routine changes completely. Or even if you're not in education, the kids are home or something, and the routine has changed completely. And then we do things like take vacations, or we may have company coming in from out of town from their vacations to come visit you. Whatever it may be, things are just different about summer, and you'd think you'd want to stay more on track to keep, that bikini body or just to be better ready to show off your legs or whatnot, but it is a slippery slope. So the first thing I'm going to say is you have to always ask yourself why. Why are we getting off track? Why are you allowing yourself to get out of your routine? Why are we giving ourselves this excuse on vacation to eat whatever we want to, as if our bodies and our health take a vacation with us? I know that may seem a little harsh. And if it does, I'm sorry. And if it offends you, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry all at the same time because I had to get to that point myself too. In the beginning of my journey, I would go on vacation. It's like, oh, I'm on vacation. I'm just going to have the donuts. I'm going to have the cookies. I'm going to have the dessert. We're going to go out to eat. I'm going to do whatever I want to. I'm going to stay up late every single night and not get rest and do what I want to. When in reality, it made me start over every single time getting back from vacation. And I always felt horrible every time. So, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I allowing myself to just kind of do whatever I want to and treat my body essentially like trash when it's supposed to be a time that I'm rewarding my body? So, I had to stop rewarding my body with things like food and drinks that I wouldn't normally have and crazy sleep hours and start saying, all right, I want to enjoy that time. And if I stay on track with my nutritional eating for the most part, with maybe a few little excursions, then guess what? I have tons of energy and I want to go walk the beach or take a hike or go on an excursion. It doesn't feel like I need to go lay down, and not to mention GI distress or stomach distress that can happen after you get off track. So, one, why? Why are you getting off track? Why are you allowing yourself to happen? Because in reality, your body and your health don't take a vacation just because you want to take a vacation. And they don't go on summer break just because you go on summer break. So there's the first part. But now let's talk about that getting off track part. Okay, so sleep is vitally important. Our body requires good sleep. Your body likes patterns, it likes the rhythm, it likes the routine. So try to mimic your non-summer sleep wake cycle just because you're in or while you're in summer. Don't start staying up until 2 a.m. in the morning and trying to sleep till 10. The body actually doesn't function that way. You can do okay for a couple of days, but after a while, it's going to start dragging you down. And the other thing it's going to do is it's going to spike your hunger and it's going to make you start looking for snacks and eating things that you wouldn't normally eat. So protect your sleep and protect your rhythm. Now, when you go on vacation, if you do as best you can to stay on your regular rhythm and regular routine and sleep patterns. But then the other part is the food part. We want to treat ourselves. We want to feel like we're doing things special. And that doesn't escape my family when we go on vacation. And like I said, in the beginning, I did one thing. In the last, let's say, 5 to 6 years, I've done completely different. So, one thing that we do is we try to plan ahead. I'm going on vacation the end of June. My husband and I have already sat down and looked at all the different restaurants in the local area where we are going. We're looking at all the different food trucks and the shopping and the stores and the things that are there. And we've already identified, all right, these are the ones we want to go to because they have the blackened fish that I love. And they have more than just hush puppies as the side item. They have things that I can enjoy, things that I would like to try. So plan ahead, look at the available options, decide what nights you're going to go eat where and what days you're going to eat where and what days you're going to eat in. And then plan your foods for what you're going to have there in the house or the hotel that you're staying in. So we're going to a different beach this year. We're beach people. We're going to a different beach, and the grocery store is, well, it's a small express store where we're going. It's not a big grocery store like a Publix or a Kroger like we're used to having. One thing that we're doing is we're planning a few staples that we're just going to pack and bring with us, doing some of our shopping ahead of time. And then keeping things as simple as we can. The express store that's there has a great selection of meats and vegetables, so keep it simple. But then what about those desserts? This I do like to have even low carb and sugar free desserts on vacation. So I'm packing some cookie mix. There's some decent ones over the counter that you can get at Kroger, but there's another great brand called Rosette's that's just packaged cookies and brownies that all you got to do is throw some water with or some eggs with, and voila, you have a dessert that is completely on track. So those are the kind of things that we're looking ahead for doing. The other place that used to catch me and get me was car rides, whether it was a weekend trip or a longer trip to the beach or whatnot. Now, thankfully, convenience stores have come a long way. A lot of them have boiled eggs and beef jerky and pickles and a slew of different carbonated waters and things that you can have. So convenience store foods have come a long way. But one of the things that we love to do is we experiment, and my husband makes his own jerky ahead of time. The other one, and this has become a tradition, I don't know if I like it being a tradition, but it's become one. And my daughter reminded me of it yesterday. She's like, "Hey, mom, are you doing muffins for the road?" Okay. So the very first time we went on a beach trip, she was 4, and she still remembers that I made a big tray of low carb muffins made with almond flour and a low carb sweetener. And that's what we ate for breakfast because we left at 2 a.m. in the morning. And when it became time for breakfast, everybody got their muffin and their water passed around, and we refilled our coffees and kept going because we were exhausted. But every year since then, I've had to make muffins to go on vacation. But you know what? We eat them on the trip down there, and then we add them to our scrambled eggs in the morning, and we feel like we're having some treat that we don't get all the time just because I've made some low carb muffins and brought them with me. The next part is be active. Just because you are in summer and you're on vacations doesn't mean that you can stop being active. In fact, use that opportunity to be more active. Take walks, enjoy sunsets. This is the perfect time of year to, after dinner, just get up and roll around your driveway, well, not roll, but stroll around your driveway a little bit. That was something my husband and I started doing this several years ago. As soon as it started getting warm, we would eat, have dinner, sit there for a minute, go for walks up and down the driveway. And you know what? It's been amazing. It's been a good thing just for us to get our digestive going. It's also been a great thing for our marriage too, because that's a time when we were not distracted by the TV, not distracted for the phones. It's just he and I walking up and down the driveway. And sometimes one of the kids would join us, and just they open up and have amazing conversations that we wouldn't necessarily have if we were in the house with all of those other distractions. Look at other games and things to do too, like cornhole. Keep a game around and go outside and play cornhole, or horseshoes, something like that. That's more of a Southern type thing. Make it fun. Make it fun and enjoyable, and make memories. Just don't get wrapped up into the excuses of, oh, it's summer. I can have whatever I want to. I deserve this. That's the addictive center of our brain that takes over and gives us one excuse after another. So this summer, I want you to give yourself an excuse to be healthy, an excuse to get to the end of summer and feel better than you did at the beginning of summer, and figure out ways to enjoy those treats and excursions and things like that. That's going to keep you on track. So sorry I didn't have a lot planned for today. I hope our little chat was very helpful. If you have questions or comments, or if you have ways that you stay on track during summer, put it in the comment box. The other thing I want to mention is Low Carb for Better Health is under 3 months out. So that's less than 3 months. We're going to have some world-known speakers here in Dixon, Tennessee at Montgomery Bell for 2 nights. So Friday night and Saturday day. Friday night's a VIP dinner, open question and answer, nice sit down dinner. I'm actually going to be planning that menu out this Friday. Saturday is just one talk after another. There'll be a low carb bento box served for lunch. You'll have a time to ask questions, see vendors. It is going to be a great time of learning, a great time of getting together with other people who are like-minded and working on health. So check that out at lc4bh.com. That's lc4bh.com. You can have the link there to go get tickets electronically, or you can stop by the clinic here and pay cash and avoid the electronic fees. I hope to see you guys there. I want this to sell out. I want it to be a yearly event, so let's make it great. Okay, until next week, stay healthy.